Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good afternoon to all. Okay, thank you to Chairperson. Okay, first of all, thank you to organizer for inviting me. For this afternoon, I will share a talk on my slide on the tangible and intangible cultural heritage of the Malay traditional architecture. Okay, for today, I've been given only 30 minutes to share. I think there are many to share, but I try to make very brief and very short and simple because today is the audience come from different background. So I try to my best to simplify my talk. Okay. Okay. This is the outline of my talk. Okay, first I will introduce on the Malay traditional architecture, and then after that, social, cultural, and environmental value of Malay houses. Okay, and then I will show some example of construction techniques of traditional Malay houses. Okay, and then I will highlight on the status of Malay traditional architecture. Okay, in Malaysia context especially, and I will end my talk with the current preservation approach and work have been done in order to preserve our traditional Malay houses. Okay. Okay, this the example. I think when we talk about the Malay architecture heritage, first of all might be all the maybe these are in our mind. Okay. Traditional houses, okay, where we can see from the photo over there, there are many houses in different form. Okay, we can see there the main differences of the houses you can see from the roof form. Okay, whether using a long roof or whether using the bumbung limas. Okay. On top of houses, we have other buildings as well that we can put under traditional Malay heritage, which okay, sorry, this one as I mentioned earlier, okay, we can define the houses in terms of the roof form. In general, they have two categories of roof form, which is as mentioned earlier, the long roof, okay, and the bumbung limas. Okay, the long roof you can see here. Okay, this is a long roof. Okay, or this is a long roof, and then we have a bumbung limas, which is normally available in Johor as well in Selangor. Okay, and then other than houses, we also have traditional palaces. Okay. In which now still we have few. Okay, this example, which is a Istana Sri Menanti in Kuala Pilah, which is recently have been completed renovation work. Okay, and then we also have Istana Kenangan in Kuala Kangsar. Okay, now under renovation stages, and we have also Istana Jaha in Kota Baru, Kelantan. But of course, this building not being used as a palace anymore, but have been additively used as a museum. Okay, except one old palace in Kota Baru, which is Istana Balai Besar, still being used as a palace. Other than that, have been converted become a museum for public. Okay, okay, and then we also have traditional masjid or mosque. Okay, we still have a few. Okay, around the country. For example, in the slide, we have a Masjid Kampung Laut Nilampuri, which is originally situated in a Kampung Laut, but now have been relocated into Nilampuri in Kelantan. And then we have here Masjid Ihsaniyah Iskandaria. I think in the morning session, Jabatan Warisan have shown the images for this project. And then we have here Masjid Kampung Tua in Kemaman, okay, and then we have Old Masjid Pancam Benda in Sabak Bernam. Okay, if you can see from this photo, you can identify they are slightly different in terms of roof form for masjid and the houses. Okay, in this building, normally using a pyramid roof instead of long roof or bumbung limas. Okay. Okay, this one just an overview in terms of the Malaysian architecture influences. Okay, if you can see from this diagram, okay, the Malay vernacular, the Malay vernacular started from 17th century, okay, until today. Okay, before that is a Indian kingdom where you can see the Kedah, Lembah Bujang and so on, and then the foreign architecture influence come from the 15th century onward. Okay, you can see here, 15th straight elliptic, and then colonial start from 17th century. Okay, meaning that the existence of traditional Malay architecture is a quite long history. Okay, and then these if you think people during the old days they develop or construct their building without any references, you are wrong. Basically, they have a old kitab where it's like our UBBL today, okay, where the architect refer when design the building. People during the old days also they have their own references, where one of them is a Tajul Muluk, okay, where they have a part in the Tajul Muluk regarding the construction, okay. On top of that, the Tajul Muluk also used for medicine and so on. Okay, meaning that they have some references during the old days. And then these are example extract from the books. Okay, for example here there are certain guidelines when they want to construct the building. Okay, for example, they are in the, for example here, normally they will referring to Islamic month. Okay, for example here, they cannot construct the building in a Muharram month because it will give a chaos and evil to the owner of the house. Okay, and then similarly to the Rabiul Awal month. Okay, the good month is a Safar and Rabiul Akhir. Okay, these are one of the elements that normally people will refer when wanted to construct the house. And then here is an example, the special prayer have been done before constructed the Tiang Sri, which is a main house, main column for the house. Okay, and then normally they will referring to the measurement of mother of the family. Okay, to check the measurement. That's why one of the building, one element in the house you call rumah ibu. Okay, that one of the reason. Okay, these are the process in order to determine the location of the Tiang Sri, the main column of the house. Okay, and then this one, the proportion of the hierarchy of the house. Basically, people referring to our human body. Okay, the bottom part is for the feet. Okay, and then the middle part is for our middle part for human body, as well the top part, which is the gable end and the tunjuk langit, referring to the head of our body. Okay, so very close to human proportion. And then this one, I think you have seen this diagram many times because it's quite famous diagram when people discuss about the Malay houses. Okay, this one, the basic layout of the traditional Malay houses, where you can see very close to nature. Okay, the surrounding very nature in setting. Okay, you can see the building raised on steel. Okay, where at the bottom they will use for the storage, and then at the same time protect from the flood or from the wild animal. Okay, and then most of the building component come from natural resources. Okay, for example, using the timber material, using the thatch roof for the roof finishing, okay, and so on. And then the toilet is outside, not inside the house. And this one outside, whether this one close to the house or maybe close to the river bank, okay, depend on the location. Okay, and then these are the well for bathing and so on, also outside, okay, during the old days. Okay, and then this one, the basic component of the house, okay, the activity and the spaces. Basically, the traditional Malay houses using open plan, okay, very minimum room or minimum wall inside the house, okay. If they have a room, maybe just one room in the rumah ibu. The rest is open plan, okay. So that's why you can see the activity is a multifunction in one spaces, okay, in one space. For example, here is a anjung, this one is a serambi gantung, this one the main space which is in the rumah ibu where the activity happen, okay, the praying, the kenduri and so on happening in the rumah ibu. And then at the back is a rumah dapur, and then linked by selang. Okay, this one the 3D of the traditional houses in terms of space planning. Basically, what you can see from this diagram, they should have two staircases, okay, one in the front, okay, and this one mainly for male entrance, okay, and then they have another one which is in the middle at the end, okay, which is mainly for female that link direct to the kitchen or dapur, okay. And then if you can see here from beginning, they have the number of steps must be odd in number, because in the Muslim they believe you should step with a right foot into the house. So that's why when you enter the house, you with the right foot. Okay, that's why the number of the step must be in an odd number. Okay, and then we come to this serambi where they will entertain the visitor or guest. Okay, whether they want to bring in or not. So this is a place they can entertain the guests. And then when you enter the main door, normally they have a low door panel or door frame where you need to bow slightly when you enter the house in order to show the respect to the owner. And then here is, as I mentioned earlier, the main space in the house where you conduct all the activity, which is a rumah ibu with open plan. Okay, and then here is a single room where for the privacy space for the female member. And then at the end is a kitchen, okay, detached from the main house or main rumah ibu, connected by a planta. Okay, so this one, the reason why they put at the end, because if anything happen to the kitchen, it won't affect the rumah ibu. Okay, when the fire happen, okay, because during the old day using the wooden fire, so it's quite danger for in case of fire. Okay. Okay, in terms of the climatic responsive, you can see the application is quite advanced compared to the current housing. Okay, because if you can see here, everything has been thought, okay, with respect to the nature. Okay, for example, here you can see here all the floor raised from the ground in order to catch the high wind, okay, at the bottom, okay, and then here is also they have a wide opening, and then they have a cross ventilation toward the end. So in order to allow ventilation, cross ventilation from outside to the inside. And then you can see at the top also they have opening in order to have another wind opening at the top part of the building. And then this building using lightweight construction, okay, and then it's come from the nature resources, okay, and then here is they have very minimum partition, so the wind can flow freely inside the interior. And then here you can see, here you can see they have a long cantilever in order to give a shade to the window inside, so people can sitting here looking through outside. Okay, and then this example of addition space or unit to the main building, which is Rumah Ibu, because normally they will construct Rumah Ibu first, depending on their the budget at that time, and then if they have a more family member, they need another space, so they will add later. So there are few ways they can do, whether they attach at the back or attach to the side. So these are some of example how people during the old days do their own extension. It's meaning that it's flexible. So no need to demolish the existing structure, but just add on to the existing structure to extend the building, okay, in line with their needs, okay. If the family growing, so they will have more spaces inside the building. Okay, there's a section you can see here. There's a main entrance, and then they have a serambi. This is a Rumah Ibu, where the main activity here, and then connected by the selang, and there's a kitchen, and normally that one is for female guests or female family member. Okay, and then you can see the proportion of the building is, you can see is where it's quite high, okay, so you can walk underneath the building, okay, except in Malacca and certain part of in Malaysia, the height for the floor quite low compared traditional houses in northern part, okay. And then this why you can see these are beauty of the Malay houses. They have a timber carving, okay, in the building. Here you can see not only for decorative purposes, but also for ventilation purposes. And then, believe it or not, this one come from one building. Okay, you can see even though one building, but they have not only one design, but many designs in the same house. Okay, meaning that they are very love in terms of decorative and ornamentation, because this one it will give some indication who are the owner for that particular building, because this one will representing the status of the building owner. Okay, and then you can see here how beauty of the carving. Okay, you can see from the bottom, okay, and then they have a window, the full height window with the top with the wood carving. Even the gable end also they have a carving at the top. And then this one is a rumah kitchen at the back. And then at the bottom, you also can have a platform, do the activity over there. Okay, do gotong royong or kunuri and so on, or maybe you can have a place to relax at the bottom of the house. Okay, these are the main important part of the traditional Malay houses, where every construction or especially the main component of the building using a special joint. Okay, we call the tanggam joint or mortise and tenon joint, without using a nail. Okay, everything using a tanggam joint. You can see here there are 3 examples from 3 different states in Malaysia. So each state they have their own identity in terms of the joint. Okay, so in this one is even to tighten the joint, they're using the timber pipe or timber dowel, not using a nail. Okay, this is all using timber. So here you can see that one is a bundle. Here for the floor system. Okay, here you can see there's a wedge here to tighten the beam. Okay, and this one is a dowel as well to tighten the tupai in order to support the secondary beam for the selang and so on. Okay. And here you can see very intricate detailing for this method is a roof construction. Okay, all using timber joint and tanggam joint as well. Okay, no single nail being used. Okay, so meaning that if you want to dismantle the component, is possible. Okay, unlike the using nail, you're having a difficulty to dismantle the when you already nail the component. Okay, this one we promoted IBS. Okay, currently CIDB promoting IBS. Okay, since 2005, but basically people in the old days already have their own IBS. Okay, prefabricated system. Okay, where all the timber panel is in precast. Okay, all this is one panel, and then they will lift up in position. Okay, all can be assembled and deassembled when necessary. Okay. So here you can see, but the photo quite dark over there. So here the workers lifting the panel into the position. So one panel for one section. Okay. So you can imagine during the old day how they lift up the panel without any crane and so on. Okay. So meaning that at that time they have more activity in gotong royong. Okay. Okay, and then this one, how we know when that building had been built. Okay, these are one of the evidence that we can trust. Okay, normally you can find this all coin nailed at the bottom of the column. Okay, so this is an example. Okay, we found this one in the Rumah Kutai in Parit. So we found few all coin, okay, have been nailed at the column. So from this evidence, we can identify the age of that building. Okay, so instead of we put a writing there, this one of the way to let people know the age of the building. Okay, so what I can summarize in from the previous slide. So this one is the key features. So in terms of space planning, of course, this one emphasizes more on privacy. Okay, especially for gender, male and female, and multi-function spaces. Compared to the modern living, we have an individual space. So that's why we need to have more room. In fact, some room is underutilized compared to the traditional houses. All the room is a multifunction, so they have no unused spaces. And then appropriate to proportion and human scale, this is a must. And substantial influences on the quality of the life of the family, because when the family growing, the building also extended. Okay, to accommodate more members. And then the building material normally using the natural material from the surrounding, local hardwood, thatch roof, bamboo, sagu palm, and so on. And then in terms of culture and religion, this one referring to Tajamulu, and then every time they want to construct the building, they have a special prayer or ritual ceremony. Okay, and then normally the orientation facing to Qiblat, okay, to Mecca. And then the quality of the ornamentation is to relate the status of the owner. Okay. In terms of building construction, lightweight construction, where you can easily dismantle, and then if you want to relocate the building to different site, it's possible, okay? Because you can open the member and then you can assemble again in the different site. And then mainly use mortise and tenon method, tanggam, and this one extendable, okay? You can add on the new building next to the existing building. Okay, and then in terms of climate responsive, okay, maximizing the natural ventilation and lighting, emphasize cross ventilation, use building material with low thermal capacity, rest floor, okay, long roof cantilever, control direct solar radiation, and so on. Okay, in terms of safety, okay, raise on steel to protect from wild animal and flood, okay, and they also have a low tank that act as a panic room, okay, at the top of the rumah ibu, and then detached kitchen in terms of fire. If anything happen to kitchen, might be not affect them to the rumah ibu, and they have a double staircase. Even in UBL requested minimum 2 staircases for fire rating. People in all they have implement the regulation, okay, to give alternative exit during the emergency. Okay, and then the second last part, these are example the current status of our Malay traditional houses in architecture in Malaysia. So if you walk along the road in the rural area or kampung area, you can notify there are many houses have been neglected or depleted due to many reasons. Okay, here you can see the example here, Rumah Kutai in Kuala Kangsar, this one in Pasir Salak, this one in Kuala Kangsar as well, and this one in Parit. All this one have been neglected by the family member. Okay, because normally when the parent pass away, okay, they will inherit these houses to their kids, but normally the kids have their own property in KL or in city, so that's why they're not interested to stay in the whole houses. So these are the what happened, have been neglected and wait until the building will be demolished or collapse. Okay, and then this one example in Penang also. These are surau in Penang. Okay, still there. So we hope the relevant agency can do something in order to protect the surau for future generation. And then the recent news. Okay, nowadays not many Malay houses is still available. Okay, we still have a few in Perak, we still have a few in Pahang, but very minimum in Terengganu and very minimum in Kelantan. Okay, if we didn't do to preserve the building, it will be gone forever. Okay, this one in Perak, just a few rumah kuta left. Okay, so initiative to preserve is a very essential. Okay, in this one also, our famous Rumah Pak Ali have been erased by fire during the I think in 2006, if not mistaken. So the very famous traditional Malay houses in Gombak have been attacked by fire. Even after fire, people still go there to take photo. Okay, that's people make a joke. Now Rumah Pak Ali become Rumah Pak Abu. Okay, the people make a joke because this one is have been destroyed by fire. Okay, and then this one the recent completed project. Okay, this one I think most of you know of this building, which is the last Malay house in Chowkit, Rumah Melayu number 41. Okay, this the house in 1926. Okay, if you can see the surrounding, you can see the tree as the context. But in 2014, it's like this. So the building has been sandwiched by the shop houses. So that happened because the owner of the land sell the land to different owner. So that's happened. And then due to pressure by development, finally in 2015, the last owner gave up. So they also sell their houses, their house to the land to a different owner. So the building need to disassemble. Yep, I will show you where the new site for that house. Okay, and then this one, also the recent case in Terengganu. Okay, it's quite sensational issue. Okay, so the government don't want to save the house, but demolish the house. So quite sad. Okay, that happened in Terengganu. And we also have in our neighbor here waiting something to happen to Kampung Baru. So if we not do anything concrete to save the only kampung in KL to survive, so just we need to protect the house, or the whole village. And then this one, I think you have seen this one before, okay, from GAWN. And then this one, now is a trend, okay. The kampung house moved to city, okay. Instead of stay in the house, stay in the kampung, but the house now migrate to city. In this case, In this case, rumah penghulu seman from Kedah move to Badan Warisan in KL. Okay. So, what happened to the kampung later? Time's up. Okay, there's a few slides more. Okay, don't worry. And then this one is good project done by Mr. Alex. Okay, Terapuri. Okay, we're preserving our traditional houses for resort. By doing this one, we can promoting our heritage to many people, especially to tourists. And then this one, project by ASA. So maybe later, Architect Azim will explain more detail. Okay, from Kampung Gajah to Ipoh. Okay, migrating the building. And this one, okay, this is Rumah Chokit, Rumah number 41 from Chokit. Okay, sandwiched by shop houses. Now they are stay in a new site where more calm context. Okay, okay, in Balai Seni Lukis Negara. Okay, so you can visit this one later. It just completed this year. Okay, after 5 years, have been dismantled. And then this one again, all kampung house migrating to KL. Okay, this one another example. They have 5 traditional houses in UPM in Serdang. Okay, you can see here in the UPM or the traditional houses. I think it's good for the youngest, okay, the student to learn from the building. Here, our local university also did the same thing, especially the architecture school. Okay, in this, for example, this one in PD, Polytechnic Port Dickson, this one in IUM, where we reconstruct or relocate the timber houses in our campus. Okay. And then this one, if you might not knowing this one Rumah Bugis in Museum Shah Alam. Okay, Museum Shah Alam. Okay, with that I end with the famous slogan used by JWN, patah tak tumbuh, hilang tak berganti. So meaning that if gone, it will lost forever. So meaning that if we didn't do something to preserve our heritage, it will gone forever. Okay, thank you.